Remember to look at the top camera.
Week 76, we're going for it. I have no idea if it's streaming, but we're just going to do it because it's often streaming.
Yeah.
Welcome, thank you for joining us. We're live from Berlin, El Salvador on the 22nd of January 2024. There's an ETF for Bitcoin in the United States. There's a whole heap of them. Not that that matters, because you should be stacking your own sats and not letting other people control them for you, because that is the true pirate freedom we really want.
Yep, sailing that pirate boat.
Yeah, so make sure that you sign up to our newsletter down in the description. It's the njelsalvador.substack.com, because we give away a free call with people. If you would like to talk to us and ask us private questions, even though you can ask us questions in the chat, make sure you ask your questions in the chat, because we will answer them at the bottom. We have this little flag, the Salvadoran flag, which will move along, and we'll answer them when we get to Q&A. Sats shout out. Yep,
Yes.
we're going to do that. I've got a really funny one. So here from on our Get Alby account, someone said, "What's up, bro?" That is such a New Zealand thing to say.
Yep.
I don't know if that's from somebody in New Zealand or not. I can't actually expand it and see any more information than "What's up, bro?" So that is pretty funny. That was 1,000 sats. Thank you very much. And then I have to say, our awesome follower, super pilotish, you and your wife, you guys are awesome.
Yep.
Thank you very much, because you sent 5,000 sats in here, which was, I think it was zapping sats is fun, which I have to agree with. Sending sats is fun. I have to agree with you. It's not going to focus. We'll see if it does it. No, it's not.
No.
It is fun. We enjoy it. We always get a kick out of it. Thank you very much. We appreciate that you guys zap us so many sats.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I think one thing is also from your generous donation a couple of weeks ago about buying someone some soap. We actually have a photo this week of us giving Delphina, one of the lovely ladies here, some of the soap. So yeah, I really appreciate that. Thank you. And I'm sure she did too.
Yes. So also on our Blink wallet, there was, I did 321 sats using my NFC card with a point of sale system, which we're going to talk about this more next week, because this is actually the Geyser campaign over there. This was given to Berlin from the Geyser campaign, Bitcoin Beach, and My First Bitcoin were all involved in that awesome
and also,
point of sale.
Was it not the Bitcoin Brazil? We're also
Yes,
involved.
also Fernando from Bitcoin Brazil. He makes these machines in particular, which is super awesome. I'm playing with it. I'm learning because I want to bring this to the community. And Charlie's also working with Tianki ones. So we've got a team, we're learning, we're playing with the tools, we're bringing transactions. We're bringing empowerment in the new network of financial value transfers. I'm just using lots of words. That massive thank you from I don't know, we won't mention their names. Someone bought our ebook this week, and a massive thank you to them. That was 112,000 sats. Which is awesome. They also sent us 10 sats doing a trial with Nikki, learning how to use their wallet. And then somebody who's in the chat, Mark of Bitcoin, thank you very much. He's actually sent us 21 sats here at the end of last show as well. And he said he missed last week, but he's not missing this one. So I hope you're still in the chat. Thank you, because you get a shout out, because you sent us 21 sats, which is awesome. So it's lots of fun. I mean, it's fun shouting you guys out when we have sats in there. So it can be one sat, and we'll still shout you out.
Yep.
It's all good.
I mean, we really appreciate it.
It's fun.
It's fun.
That's
what it is. For us, it's a way of life. We need to use it. But for people who are living overseas in different countries where it's not so easy to get in the practice. So when you do come to El Salvador, you know what you're doing.
Yeah, that is a massive point. Because we've got a number of people. If you're coming from the States, you probably have questions, and we can help you if you have them. And then we've also had people who came from Canada, which they were stackers but not zappers.
Ooh,
how about
James,
that? Ooh,
yeah.
We need to somehow meme that. Let's get that out there. Stackers, not zappers.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Nikki's going to share information about the up and coming.
Everything. Meetups, yeah. So first meetup that's up and coming is, of course, tonight. If you are in Berlin, we have our weekly meetup, and this is going to be at 6:30 in the new centre. It'll be a good meetup this week. I think Charlie's doing a talk in regards to just the transactions, because we here in El Salvador are having a few issues with Chivo and transactions. They seem to be a bit slow at the moment. But you're not going to say anything, I know. So
Chivo's, I don't know. Chivo's Chivo.
I know, but
I don't know what's going on. Come on, Chivo, let's go.
Okay.
Just on that, I did send them an email today with specific transaction information.
Yes, and they have come back to you too.
Oh, they have. Yeah. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, to say call or text this thing or something. Anyway, so I know. Anyway, all right, okay. So then tomorrow night, if you're in San Salvador, there is the weekly meetup at Honolulu, and that is at 7 p.m. My First Bitcoin have got their weekly meetup on Thursday. They have not yet announced where it is. So watch out for that. That will be coming through. And of course, Bitcoin Beach have got theirs this Friday at Pale Verde, 5 p.m. Now, on Sunday, we have the Bitcoin Farmers Market, and it is in El Zonte at Los Amigos from 9 till 3. We will be there.
Selling soap. To clean up in El Zonte.
Yeah. And to hang out.
It's an amazing meetup. Yeah, every second Sunday. Probably one of the best meetups in El Salvador.
Yeah, and then a new announcement.
Yes.
Now, if you're coming down to the halving party, which is in April from the 3rd to the 5th, make sure you book time to come before that and after that, because before that, My First Bitcoin are going to be having their special gala night, as well as they'll be doing something on that day, the day before. And up here in Berlin on April the 8th, we have a one-day mini conference at the local Eco Parque, which is a really cool spot. And we will be doing that from about 9 till 5, and it's going to be showcasing circular economies. And then, of course, you are going to get the opportunity to go and hang out with some people here in Berlin and experience Berlin and some of the local people and the things they do. So there's going to be hikes up to this amazing crater. There is going to be, pupusa, learn how to make pupusas. There's going to be a whole lot of different opportunities. So make sure you actually have got extra time there. Yeah. Now, tickets for that, the first 50 tickets are going to be $21 paid in Bitcoin, but you do actually have to come up to the new Bitcoin Centre to buy those tickets. So it's in person to come up to the centre, the new centre. Check it out, because seriously, it's looking hot.
So
it's looking amazing.
I can see Fabian in the chat there. Maybe you guys should come up and buy yourselves a ticket.
Yeah.
No pressure.
That means you're going to have to come up here twice.
You have to come up.
So really excited about that. There is going to be a limited supply of tickets, because there's only a limited supply of accommodation up here.
Yes.
Okay, so just be aware of that, but make sure that you come in and buy your tickets.
I guess some people could come up for a single day if they wanted. They could drive up and buy a ticket.
Yeah, but then they're going to miss out the next day.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I think that's all very good. So it's going to be really exciting. Right. Okay. That's us.
Well, that is us, but there was something else I was going to throw in there about stuff that we're doing, and I think it was something about Mike. So Mike from Bitcoin Beach with his live podcast. Oh, that's right. There's a whole heap of things. Mike from My First Bitcoin, go and make sure you put a review on his Apple podcast. If you're trying to find, we had a great question today, where do I write the review? In the app, you scroll to the very bottom of the podcast show, and there is a review option down there. It can be as simple as just pushing 5 stars. Not trying to tell you what to do, but push 5 stars, and then write something awesome. Yeah. Because Mike is doing an awesome campaign at the moment to share, support Berlin and circular economy projects. He's always doing awesome Bitcoin support stuff.
Absolutely. And he's going to be donating 50,000 sats for every like that he gets. So really appreciate that. Yeah. Yes. And it also helps the podcast, Mike's Bitcoin Beach podcast, which is a great podcast because it's bringing in so many different Bitcoiners from around the world, and locals, and even not big famous ones, but people who've got really interesting stories. So I think they're
go listen to the latest episode, because it's the people who are organizing the halving party, and basically I think Jethro did a pretty funny tweet this afternoon where he's like, come to the most dangerous, the murder capital of the world, and you will probably have the most fun of your life and never want to leave. And it's like, I mean, it's kind of true. People are having a lot of fun here. Yeah. I mean, we're enjoying ourselves.
Yeah.
Even though we haven't had water for 1 week.
We haven't. No.
Yeah,
Again.
Yeah. It's part of the fun. Right, and then our service today is going to be Mempool.Space, and if you're wondering what is that crazy looking thing, wait until we get to get our flag to the service section down here, and we will explain it more. It's a very handy tool if you are doing on-chain transactions. Is that us?
Yep, that's us.
Are we moving forward?
Yep.
We're moving forward. We're going to go into Monday.
Okay, Monday, right. So James had a huge week this week with his work, so he was actually at home a lot of the time and I was out gallivanting around doing stuff at the centre. So
Nikki was very focused on the centre, which after 3 weeks of a lot of hard work from Nikki and the people who have been doing painting and cleaning up and building and Tim and so many people have spent so much time the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It is huge what's happening. And you'll see a photo of, there's the painted, you get a sneak peek of what it looks like painted there.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's really awesome.
Okay, so James was working. I went for a quick visit to the centre to make sure that everything was running smoothly. We of course prepped for our live and prepped for the newsletter. We had our weekly live, which is always fun. James and I seem to, enjoy it.
Yeah. That's awesome. I don't know. Apparently there's a weird look there, but it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. We then headed to the Bitcoin Centre and we had our first meetup, which is a photo just there.
Yes.
Our first meetup in the new centre, which was great. We were able to show a lot of people what the centre's about, what the centre's for, and all the different spaces. So that was awesome.
It was a great turnout. So I don't know if the photos always give the turnouts justice because a lot of people are standing and they're at the back and you don't want to take photos of them standing there. But it was a great turnout. I think people were really impressed to see how big the space is. Yeah,
there was lots of questions. Yeah. A lot of people were asking things.
Because it's going to create opportunity here in Berlin. So much is coming in that space.
Yeah. Okay.
Dedicated classroom.
Absolutely.
And more.
And then we went to dinner up at Victoria's Papuseria. Now, she was the first papuseria to accept Bitcoin in Berlin. We hadn't been there for a while, so it was really good to go up there. And she's also going to be the one that's going to be teaching or showing how to make papusas on the 9th of April.
Yeah.
So, it was really cool.
You can find Papuseria Victoria on the BTC map. I've been busy on BTC map. We're going for 100, guys. We're going there.
We're nearly there. 94.
Nearly there.
Yeah.
And I've been making quite a few tweaks on the map today, which is very exciting. Yeah, so it's good.
Okay,
Tuesday, we're doing it. And I forgot to set my phone screen to not time out on me. So again, I spent a lot of time at home working. Then on Tuesday morning, I did not attend, but everyone else did. Well, a number of others did the Berlinesses in Action meeting, and they went through the centre to see what was needed and needed to be finished. And I know that they've definitely organised to buy some equipment because Nikki and the girls went for a drive later to get some stuff. And I know other people have been busy as well. Nikki spent the morning working around the centre, cleaning up some bits and pieces, and then we had a nice evening at home. Tuesday's done and dusted, let's go.
Okay, Wednesday, right, James home working again. And then I spent the morning at home. We then had lunch at Sylvia's, Donda Sylvia's with Charlie and Jethro. Now, Charlie and Jethro have been the ones who have been putting together the mini conference that we are holding here on the 8th. So we had a catch up and just went through some concepts and some ideas. And it's looking like it's going to be a great day or a great couple of days up here in Berlin. And then I went to the centre for my Spanish class. So I had that, and then I had just a one-on-one with Paddy, who's a Salvadoran woman here she's learning English, I'm learning Spanish, so we have an hour of just hanging out and chatting and practicing what we're learning, and that was about it. You came in and I did a tour of the centre in Spanish for you.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Nikki demonstrated her Spanish skills. It was really good. I was actually quite impressed. I even understood everything she said, which was really cool. That was a good thing. Like, I understood my tour. Yeah. So it's a good sign for both of us. Either that,
or I was speaking English.
No, it was Spanish. It was Spanish. This morning we actually had the local fruit truck drive past, and it's the first time we've used it because we needed some pineapples and we didn't want to go into town.
Yep.
And the neighbors were all around the fruit truck as well. I think they were quite impressed at how much Spanish we knew to buy food.
Yes.
We knew all the vegetables, and it was quite funny. It was really good interaction.
Yeah.
All right, so obviously our Spanish is working.
Yep.
All right.
Service,
Mempool.Space. There is a link down in the description down below if you want to check this service out. You'll see in the image there on the side, there's a whole heap of little squares. All of those little squares represent, the yellow ones represent the transactions that are in the queue to go into the blockchain. And then the purple ones on the right represent the transactions that have gone into the blockchain. And the reason that this is an interesting tool is before you make an online transaction, you can go to this website and you can see approximately what it's going to cost you to make a transaction on chain. Why this is important is because if you are looking at consolidating funds, you want to try and do that when the mempool is at its cheapest. If you're under pressure to make a transaction, you're probably just going to pay whatever the going rate is. Now, you don't always have to pay the highest rate. You can pay a slightly lower rate, but your transaction may take time to happen. And there's actually a little arrow which tells you where your transaction is in the queue when you load it into the website specifically. Now, this is quite a technical thing that I'm talking about right now, and I don't expect you to understand all of it. But have we ever broken it down? I don't think we've broken it down, but BTC Sessions, who we talked about him last week. He will have a great tutorial on Mempool and how to use it. So if you would like to understand how this tool can help you save money, then I would definitely recommend searching it on his channel and taking a look. One of the things you can do is if you want to put money into savings, you can save yourself a few sats by paying less than the going rate, as long as you don't end up in one of the 250,000 blocks which are in the queue. And I don't have it open at the moment. But the mempool is also one of those things which is under debate at the moment. And I've got a point that I need to raise. I need to make a correction from last week too. But there's 250,000 transactions in the mempool waiting at the moment. And this is to do with the ordinals and the NFT profile picture things that are happening on the blockchain. And this is part of the debate. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. The mempool website, it's really interesting. Go have a look. You can actually look at all the transactions in a block as well, which is really cool and really interesting.
Yeah, I find it really interesting.
Yeah, it's visual. It's all visual. It's really cool. Now, a correction from last week. Nikki's hat, NO2X. It's not, there is no second best.
I'm still gonna.
We're still gonna claim it. Yeah. But it's actually a meme from the block size wars. And I was largely just disconnected from the block size wars, which is why I had no idea that it was a thing from the block size increasing by 2. They wanted to double the size of the memory pool. So that's a correction for last week. I learned something this week. One of our friends here, we had a discussion down at, I think, Eco Bucket, and he pointed out what was going on there, which was really cool because I didn't know that was what it was for. But I still like there is no second best. I think it's way more fun. All right, okay. We're going to carry on. Yep. Let's get Thursday so we can get to your questions.
Okay, James and I went to the Mercados to get our weekly vegetables and headed to the centre. We then went home and spent some time working at home. I headed back to the centre, and what we're doing is there's these old tiles on the floor, and unfortunately we haven't been able to find a decent, one of those real good polishers and things, floor polisher. And it was a restaurant, so the tiles are just caked in grease and chewing gum and stuff. So we've been out on our hands and knees and with razor blades and scrapers and paint thinners and all sorts, just trying to clean them all up. So we had, I think, our last big one to do, which there was a few of us who got stuck into that. So that was really great. We had some visitors who we'd met at the Bitcoin Farmers Market. They turned up. And that was really good. They were just about to go on a tour. with one of the Don Julio here, who does amazing tours around the place.
Especially if you speak Spanish. His tours
Yeah.
are way better if you speak Spanish.
Yes, yeah. And so that was, so we had a great, it was a big day, but it was really good. We then had some visiting Bitcoiners from Canada come around to our place. They wanted to know a bit more about Lightning and a bit wallets and things. So they came round and then they stayed for dinner. So we had a really lovely evening with them.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Thursday?
Yep, that's Thursday done.
All right, Friday.
Yeah.
Nikki had yoga in the centre with Evelyn, I think.
No,
Just
there's
two of you?
no, there's 4 of us.
Oh, was there 4 of you?
Yeah, Evelyn, Patty, and Vanya.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. Yes. No, I remember now. You told me about the hard session. All right. I remember. All right. So that's the thing. If anyone's coming, and we're I noticed someone asked in the chat about a gym. There are gyms here in
there's
in
2
Berlin.
in the town.
Yep. And then
Sorry.
we're also trying to. I'm really trying to encourage someone to come up here and teach BJJ. I reckon that'd be really cool. And I got a couple of people that were sort of hassling over that. We had a video call with Bitcoiners designing an adoption opportunity. You're going to have to remind me what that was.
Sandblast.
No, I can't
Yeah, with
remember.
Evelyn Hillardo.
Oh, right. Okay, yes. All right, I remember that call now. Yes. All right. Nikki had a meeting with local artistic Bitcoiners looking at a tote bag designs for the Bitcoin, which is awesome.
Merchandise.
For the centre, sorry. And then... we had a podcast interview with Robin from the Bitcoin Path. Now, it was interesting.
Yeah.
We talked about what we're doing with Bitcoin here in El Salvador and Berlin. He had a really good question, which the first question off the bat was, what does freedom mean to you? So that was quite cool.
It was.
And one of the things that we thought was quite interesting was he wants to interview over 300 Bitcoiners this year.
Yeah.
That's his goal. So
that's nearly one a day. That's
yeah.
pretty big.
Yeah, so he's doing 1 to 3 interviews a day at the moment to try and stay ahead of his goal, which is awesome. That was really interesting. Then we met with some visiting Bitcoiners and locals in the park for dinner. If you come to visit Berlin, Friday, Saturday, Sunday are great days to do that because they have the food court in the park and it's a great place to sort of roll over meeting people. You know, there's normally a table with some of the locals there, which is really cool.
And this photo here is Delphine.
Yes.
And we gave her the soap.
Yes.
So
super pilotish, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you to you guys. I haven't done an official tweet on it yet. I need to do that.
Yeah, and I think the reason why we chose Delphine to give the soap to is she was one of these very skeptical people she did start accepting Bitcoin, but she was really skeptical about it. She's now an advocate of it. She gets a lot of people on board. She comes to a lot of the meetings. And I just, her mannerisms has changed so much since we've been here and it's really awesome. So, And she has a menu there at the park on the Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, she does chicken and our favourite atole de maize, which is like a hot creamy maize drink. Yeah, it's really good. And there was one other thing I was going to say about that, but I can't remember what it was. It's gone. I think it's gone. All right, we're going to go to
Saturday. Okay, so James spent some morning measuring up some piping. He came up with a concept where when we get enough water in our tank, in our cistern, we really want it to then overflow into our peeler so we can keep our peeler full so we can use that because we love jumping in the peeler. So
and it's actually helpful to water the plants when there's no water.
When there's no water. So James has come up with an idea of how to do that. So he measured up and went and got a whole lot of piping and bits and pieces for that.
That was good.
Yeah, and I went with Evelyn, and one of the things that we really wanted to do was the previous owners had chopped down 2 big citrus trees, as you can see in the centre, and so we really wanted to get 2 cacao trees because we really feel that cacao's a very suitable tree for symbolic tree to have in the centre, being one of the first currencies here in El Salvador. So Evelyn and I went hunting for furniture and we also went hunting for cacao trees, and you will see a photo. We got some quite tall I'd call them like they're seedling type, really long, skinny. So I'm hoping they're going to be okay to plant. And we've planted those in the centre, which is really awesome. And then we also ordered some pupusa tables for down in the outdoor area, covered outdoor area. And we went looking for boxes to do some shelving, but that didn't happen because they weren't there. But yeah, so we had a great day just going exploring. So then, and while we were gone, James caught up with Tim and Gerardo, and they spent a lot of time cleaning the tiles that had come off the roof and then restacking them on the roof. So you will see a photo of them doing that. Really cool. It's made the that back room in the centre look really good. So yeah,
there was a lot of work. Poor old Tim.
He was pretty tired by the end of it.
He created a lot of work. Well, I mean, it was our fault too because we didn't pick it up. But I'm going to say he created a lot of work for himself.
And there's a photo there. You will see the three of them. Tim on the roof. Yep.
Yeah, we had a chain gang going of passing tiles up.
Yeah.
It was quite good.
And then Evelyn and I went to Finca Paniagua, and we went and got some good soil for the planting of the trees. And then we had dinner at Rustico's. Gave them a new accepting Bitcoin sign, which you will see a photo of. And we paid, of course, for our dinner on Bitcoin.
Yeah, so, which is awesome. For anyone coming, Paniagua. No, I'm on top of this name in
Paniagua.
Paniagua. So Paniagua is a little what would you call it? Farm homestead stay.
Yes, yeah.
Which is quite cool. I haven't seen it.
It's really pretty.
But everybody raves about it.
Yeah.
But you will need a decent car to get up because the road's a bit rough apparently.
Right, yeah.
But you got our car up there?
Yeah, I got our car
Okay, so there you go. It's not too bad.
Yeah, and I think maybe because I knew of maybe a better way to get up there.
Okay.
I think there could have been, some people could have gone down some funny roads.
There's two ways to get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so anyway, I was also going to mention about something else to do with accommodation here when you were talking about that.
Oh, on the 8th?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Sunday?
Sunday. It's all yours.
So Nikki and I went to the centre in the morning to plant the 2 cacao trees. We ended up digging up as much as we could, as deep as we could, and preparing the ground as best we could. Hopefully it's all good. We'll see what happens. And then we spent time working on the new water system. So I ended up finishing up the piping. So when the reserve tank becomes full, the water will now automatically overflow back down into our peeler. And I will put a system on that to stop that when that's full as well. But we just need water first.
I was going to say, we just need to get some water, yeah.
So it is part of the journey of living here. It's just the way of life. We then spent some time working on the new merchant book because I've been promising that for so long, and I am going to get that done this week. I am getting that done this week. I just need to translate it to Spanish now pretty much, which is good, and then reorganize it and take it and print it. And then I also, after I did that, I spent time working with this. So I actually played with this for a little bit to learn it and practice it and see what was going on, which is a Bitcoin Eyes point of sale. Thank you, Fernando, Geyser, Bitcoin Beach, my first Bitcoin. Then we then went down to Eco Parque, where we had a meetup on the Sunday the 21. I thought that was an appropriate day. So organised by Charlie and Jethro, and they announced the conference, the mini conference that's coming up on the 8th of April. What was really cool was Kubo Plus brought a team of people up, or Duguve Bitcoin, which is also the Plan B network. They brought a team of people up. It was crazy. Like, they drove 2.5 hours to come and visit. It was really cool. Great bunch of people. Awesome to hang out with them. There's some photos on Twitter to mention it. And then Ronnie and his partner, they also came up on their way through. They were doing a tiki tour to take photos of certain places. And Ronnie, while he was here, he threw in some hardware wallets because Ronnie is part of the hardware, the Bitcoin hardware store. And he threw in some hardware wallets and brought them up with him. And he sold a seed signer while he was here. Not to me, not this one. I'm just showing you what a seed signer looks like. But he sold one of these while he was up here. People were like, Ronnie, did you bring hardware? And he's like, why, yes, I did.
Yeah.
And he sold one, which is amazing. It's really cool. Much needed service here in El Salvador. Ronnie also has great accommodation down at Alzonte if anybody is looking.
And he's extended it now. So he's actually got Alzonte, he's got San Salvador, and he's got Up in the Mountains.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So you check out his website.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which I can't remember what the name of the website is. It's like alzonterentals.com or something. But message Ronnie and he'll find it for you. And then we took Ronnie and his partner to the new Bitcoin Center to take a look and have a look and just chill out. And he didn't buy his tickets to the conference. No. What's going on, Ronnie? That's Sunday. That was awesome. We're going to do our Q&A. Mate, we've got a huge list of
chat going on.
So we're going to rip through it. So if you have more questions, let us know because we're going to do this right now. We're doing it live.
Yeah, go and start at the top.
All right. Mark of Bitcoin, missed you last week. Not missing this one. It is awesome to see you here. Thank you very much. Thanks for the sats. Appreciate it. And Bolivian Billionaire. Hola, ¿cómo estás? I guess there is a gym or two there in Berlin. Maybe I can't find anything online. What do you think? Any good? Yes, there are gyms here.
Yeah, and I mean, people seem to go.
Yeah, they use them.
Yeah, they use them. So,
we should probably go there and try and get them to accept Bitcoin because then we can put them on the Bitcoin map.
Absolutely.
Which would be a better idea.
Yeah.
Super Pilotish. Hola, amigos. Thank you very much. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the sats. Thank you for the soap.
Yep.
We appreciate that, you're so involved even though you're not here.
Yeah.
It's super cool. Delphine loved the gift of soap, which is cool. Jethro, hola amigos, Mark of Bitcoin, Woot, Jethro. I'm very excited for April the 8th conference. Fabian's got a laughy face.
Oh, because that would be because you don't know what you were talking about earlier.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, it could be.
Because my instruction.
All right. Mark of Bitcoin, I left a review. Make sure you get my bit for Berlin. Thank you.
Cool, thanks, Mark.
He is speaking about, for the latecomers, Mike from Bitcoin Beach. Go and leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Go to the show, scroll to the bottom. There's a review section. Do it there. He is giving sats. 50,000?
50,000 sats for every review he gets. And he'll be sending that up here to the Bitcoin Berlin, which is amazing. So it's really going to help the centre and us moving forward.
Yes. Yeah. Jethro, thank you, Mark of Bitcoin, for the support. Much appreciated. And our team here will put the donations to good use. Yeah. All the donations are being spent to good use. Jethro, thank you for the shout out for Charlie as well as myself. We're excited to be planning the April 8th mini conference collaboration with the rest of the Bitcoiners here. Such a lovely lunch. Jethro, Donna Sylvia's, Mark of Bitcoin. You guys should go back and watch your episode 68 or such when you asked if you should continue these weeklies. Your energy levels these days are through the roof by comparison. Great change. Thank you. Yeah. I think there was a bit of a slump and we're climbing up the mountain again. Yeah. I think we just embraced it for what it is and we're enjoying it. Thank you though. Thank you for the positive words of encouragement. Jethro, for those who haven't been to Donna Sylvia's, by the way, it's an excellent place for productive meetings and has great Wi-Fi for doing work, in addition for excellent breakfast and lunch meals paid in Bitcoin. Yep. Jethro has a lot of experience of going and working in the best restaurants in town. Yes. So if you have questions about where to remote work, ask him. You can find him on Twitter under Jethro as well. And you can find these places on the btcmap.org. I don't know if there's a link down below, but I never understand why the finished blocks are on the right, where we read left to right. Yeah, I think you can actually swap it. So there you go. I think there's a way to swap it round. And you can do it that way.
But then the flow is going that way. The flow does actually go left to right when you think about it, because you're watching your block and then it's going to the right.
Maybe.
But
it depends on which country you've grown up. Yes, there is actually a method to switch them around the other way. It's at the bottom of the dotted line. So switch it to your favorite method of direction blocking, stacking. What is it? Stacking, not zapping. You should be stacking and zapping. Speaking of BTC sessions, he'll be at the El Salvador halving party in April. So come along, all going well. He may even be in Berlin. Let's see if we can talk him into it. BJJ Gym here would be super cool. I'm pretty sure Charlie would also be interested, but no plans anytime. No, Charlie would be scared that I'd beat him up. No, I'd probably be scared that Charlie would beat me up, actually. Super Pilotish, cool. Thanks, Nikki. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, what you guys do is awesome. Congratulations on your new podcast interview with Robin Sear on his show, The Bitcoin Path. I haven't seen it yet, but look forward to watching it soon. A link in the show notes after this episode might also help. We don't have a link yet.
Yeah, so he said it will be about 3 weeks away.
Yes.
Yeah. So as soon as we get it.
Yes. But if you want to listen to something interesting, our Latin Life one is available down below, which we also talked about, which was the question, what does being free mean to you? And I'm sure that's a great question for people who are interested in libertarianism. So go listen to that one.
But he didn't answer that question. Latin Life, did he?
Yeah. Oh, no, he wasn't.
No,
I'm confused. I'm confusing my podcasts.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
You're going to have to wait for what my answer was now. Okay. All right. Super Pilot-ish. Jethro, yep, I'd watch that. We're getting there. Happy about the new centre's cacao trees.
Yeah.
I just hope they survive.
I know.
Because we've got one here at home and it's not looking too healthy. But that one had a taproot which got damaged. The water, I hear you guys are also... I hear you and Charlie are also learning about the water in Berlin. For those who don't know, Nikki and James contribute an incredible amount of time, work and competence to everything that's happening here. It makes you... Thank you.
Thank
Very
you, Jethro.
kind.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Charlie chose the date of the 21st for the meetup. I immediately agreed. It makes sense. I mean, it's 21. It's all meme. It's all memeing, right? The Kubo Plus de Couver Bitcoin. I need to learn how to pronounce French.
Yeah.
People are incredible. Ronnie as well. I'm very glad both came to the meetup and doing a great turnout for local Bitcoiners. There'll be more like this in Berlin. Yes. Looking forward to the next one. No pressure, but you should have one next month. I think I found Super Pilot-ish. I think I found the Bitcoin Center on Google. How do I pronounce the name of that street? Now, I thought I noticed something on Google as well. I need to check that because it shouldn't be on Google. But if you check the BTC map, you can find it. No, it's not here on Google. Oh, right. If you use btcmap.org, you can find the location on Google and you can Google map it.
Yeah.
What soap would you be asking about this Sunday? What about exfoliation? This question came straight from me.
Not. Okay, I have the coffee, Charoti Cafe coffee scrub, which has got cacao butter in it as well and cinnamon. So that's our best scrub one, and it's actually a lot finer than the previous one, which is much nicer. So, yeah. So I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys this Sunday.
This Sunday? Oh, yeah. I was thinking about them coming up, but they're not coming up. So Mark of Bitcoin, serious question. My wife asked about coming to El Salvador in September. Do you think the WHO will try a COVID-2 because of the USA elections? Asking if maybe we should come earlier. I mean, if you're coming from the States, I mean, the biggest challenge is the States, not El Salvador.
Yeah.
So, come to El Salvador and enjoy it. I don't think.
I mean, the one thing is, it's been Mark from Bitcoin. I'm just thinking if you're coming from the States, if you're close to the Mexican border, maybe drive over to the Mexican border and fly from there.
Really? Why is that easier than?
Well, I was just thinking if they're not going to let you fly, United States aren't going to let you fly without the COVID.
Oh.
Yeah,
it's a smart
but whereas
idea.
Mexico won't worry.
No, yeah.
So that could be an option.
Yeah, there you go. It depends how far you are from the Mexican border, but that is a really good idea that you could drive through the Mexican border, fly out of Mexico, which is going to have less regulation restrictions. And also I think the ground borders had less restrictions than the international flight borders. So I wouldn't worry about it. I'd just, I don't think El Salvador will be the problem in that equation. No. And Fabian, yep, perfect. Done.
Cool. All right.
Yep, mate. Cool, bro. Yeah. What's up, bro? Good idea. Okay. I think that's it. I mean, we've really hammered this out. Feels like we've done a lot of talking. I hope you guys have enjoyed it.
I hope we weren't talking too fast.
I was speaking very fast, so if there are some second language English speakers, I'm sorry about that. I was conscious of trying to get through because I knew we had a lot of information that we wanted to share and we wanted to talk about. But I think we've nailed it.
And so just to recap on the things that are happening this week, because we have a lot.
Yes.
So tonight at in Berlin, we have the Bitcoin meetup, which is our weekly one, and that is at 6:30 in the new Bitcoin Center. Tomorrow night in Honolulu at 7 p.m. in San Salvador, there is the weekly Bitcoin meetup. Thursday, My First Bitcoin will be having their monthly meetup, and it's the first one since November, so it will be good to go and catch up. They have still yet to confirm where it is. Friday is the Bitcoin Beach monthly meetup, and that is in Pale Verde. It starts at 5 p.m. And of course, the Bitcoin Farmers Market this Sunday, 9 till 3 in Los Amigos, El Zonte. So there's a lot of things to do this week if you want to go and check things out. And of course, oh, look at that. James loves playing with his toys.
Keep going. I was doing that while you were talking.
And of course, the big one is in April, where we have got the halving party, which is going to be in Cincinnati, which is west of El Zonte, about an hour. It might be about an hour out of El Zonte. Now that is from the 3rd to the 5th, so it's 3-day conference. There may be a few things happening in between. We will definitely be having a Bitcoin Farmers Market on the Sunday, and then on Monday the 8th will be the mini conference here in Berlin, and then of course the 9th will be going and exploring Berlin. So lots coming up.
Yeah.
Make sure if you are coming down for that conference, the halving party, etc., take some extra time out so you can get the chance to explore El Salvador and all the events that are happening.
Yeah, there's a lot of great things to come and check out. I mean, even here in Berlin, there's a lot of things to do. The pool party and the slide, cool new attractions. They're even building brand new attractions down the road. Amazing attractions. We went for a great walk with Charlie and Jethro one afternoon.
It was Pee-wee.
It was Pee-wee. Was Jethro there?
I'm not sure.
I can't.
No. I
can't remember now. No, they were there because I was talking about the giant sign.
Yes,
from
they were too.
Mike's giant Bitcoin sign.
Yeah.
So anyway, I digress.
Yeah.
Make sure you sign up to our newsletter there down below, Substack, njelsalvador.substack.com. It'll be out tomorrow morning. Also, the links to Mempool are there. You can often access them from, if you use Blue Wallet, you can check some of your past transactions. If you're curious, you can find a link to a transaction and check out what happened. And basically you can view what happens on the blockchain.
Yep. Awesome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for your support. Please like, share, subscribe, send as many tweets as you can to your friends to say, hey, look at this awesome Bitcoin stuff in El Salvador. Because it is, I think, who said last night? Was it Papusa G? Did he say that this is someone, I can't remember, someone stood up last night and said that Berlin is probably the best example of a circular economy in the world right now. And I'm biased because I live here, but I think that's really true. I mean, it's a really nice, tight town. We've got 100 businesses on board right now, or more than 100. Just we haven't got all of them on the map yet. And it's an experience. It really is a great experience.
Yeah, we're aiming for 50%.
Yeah.
We want that 50% mark, and so we've got a lot to do this year.
So
next 6 months.
At the moment, the rough approximate for 50% is 200 businesses. So if we can get that 200 business mark as soon as possible, it's already a great experience here. So actually, we should put our lawyer that helped us sign the contract for this house on the map, because he accepts Bitcoin.
And the other lawyer. So we've got
we've actually got 2.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Just got another 2 like that.
Just like that.
All right.
Thank you very much. Have a great week. Zap some sats to some people. Make it fun, because why not?
Yeah.
Life
should be all about having fun.
Being here in El Salvador is just a massive adventure for us. It's really cool. I know it seems crazy to a lot of people, but good times.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Goodbye this time.
Bye.